this one kid, a guy, I don't remember his name, but he looked pretty young, super excited about some of the things that he saw there. He saw a serger, and I don't know if you guys know, but sergers are like $600 to $800.
This is the story you're sharing. Yes. Okay. The serger. Okay.
And he was so excited to see this thing, and he was like, "How much is this?" I didn't have the price on it, so he was like, "How much is this?" And I was like, "Well, how much money do you have?" He's like, "Well, I don't really have money. I have like $10." And I'm like, "You know what? Go for it. Like, I don't even care if this is gonna change, like, or hopefully like."
Inspire
you, or just change the trajectory of your life to like go for something that you want to go for fashion.
Yeah.
Like, go for it.
That's cool.
Take it. I don't even care. Yeah, give me the $10 though.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Hidden City Podcast. I'm Grant.
And I'm Doug, and we're here to share some of the incredible stories and people from Oak Cliff that you might not know.
We're going to sit down with some of the visionaries, craftsmen, and business owners who have shaped Oak Cliff into what it is today.
Oak Cliff is on the south bank of the Trinity River, a few miles south of downtown Dallas. While technically it was part of Dallas, it was its own city for a long time, and it still has that independent spirit.
We'll dive into the history and the spirit of this place, exploring the different challenges and successes that defined it.
This is The Hidden City, a podcast about the people and the stories that make Oak Cliff extraordinary. Welcome to this episode of the Hidden City Podcast. Today we have a neighbor and friend on the show, neighbor at Tyler Station, Aimé Nuñez of Pegasus Creative. Amy, thank you for being on the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, that's
It's a
awesome.
blast to have you on the show, and also awesome to have you as a neighbor at Tyler
Yeah.
Station.
Yeah.
So fun. We
Yeah.
get to see each other in the halls and
all the time.
Yeah,
all
every
here
day.
working.
Basically.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. Well, Amy, you were saying before the show a little bit, you were born and raised here in Oak Cliff? Yeah,
born
tell us
and raised
about that.
here in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Born at Methodist.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's great.
and right down the street, right?
Yeah.
And my parents actually live 5 minutes from here, so we're closer to like Keys Park, right on the other side of Illinois.
I love Keys Park area.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
And went to school here, St. Cecilia Catholic School.
Oh,
Shout out.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, this is awesome. That's great.
Went
Cool.
there, and then but in high school I kind of switched. I left Oak Cliff. I went to Ursuline Academy,
Yes,
so up
that's
in North
great.
Dallas.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Very cool.
And then came back.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Ursuline, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What a
That's
culture
crazy.
shock.
Yeah.
Like,
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You hit it right on the dot.
Yeah.
Very much a culture shock from
Okay.
Oak Cliff, from St. Cecilia's
To that.
and
yeah.
on all different fronts.
Yeah.
Like economically.
Yeah.
What was that like?
ethically.
Yeah. I feel like that had to be an interesting transition.
I will say I loved my time at Ursuline.
Good,
It definitely taught
good.
me a lot of things. Like I attribute like my confidence and my
Oh, cool.
empowerment as a woman to be there.
Amazing.
But it was very much a difference because you go from St. Cecilia's, who's predominantly Hispanic,
Yeah.
and working class.
Yeah.
And, you get the difference. I came from a class of 4 girls with 11 boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I went to Ursuline, which was 200 girls in my class.
Wow.
Very affluent family
Yeah.
members.
Yeah.
The family that
Yeah.
were there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, there was like a handful of Hispanics in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Say
like
that.
this doesn't look like where I usually
Predominantly
see.
white.
And it was,
yeah.
and I appreciate it. It was an
Sure.
interesting
Yeah,
time
yeah,
to do
yeah,
it at
yeah.
the age of 14.
Yeah.
No kidding.
But
So
No,
much
we
going on
we-
when
we
you're
talked-
like entering high school, and then
Yeah.
also
We talked
that-
to someone else, a Wax Space member, who like grew up here and did that.
Yeah.
Too. And they went to Ursuline. They were like, it was kind of rough, but also like awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
both
Well,
in. I don't
yeah.
know. Like
And single sex education too.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a fascinating
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
I went to an all male
That's
college,
right.
so
Did
I
you?
went
Okay,
to
where'd you
one
go?
of
Wabash College.
one
Okay.
of 3
Indiana.
left in the country.
I
or
think there's like
something.
maybe 2
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
clearly dying off, but yeah, it's like it does bring a whole different element
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Which
there's
is,
like good and the bad, right?
100%.
I mean, like you can definitely be more focused.
Right.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
definitely more
true.
focused
Yeah.
at Ursuline, and it was very rigorous, like academics.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
very,
great
very
school.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like I said, I'm glad I had that culture shock then, because I feel like in college, I went to St. Louis University,
okay.
which was still very much the same demographic,
okay.
but I was happy to do it in
Yeah,
high school, I
yeah,
guess, than anywhere else.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're back in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
That's
No
good.
kidding.
Yeah, I had to come back.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it here.
That's awesome. Well, tell us, you were a programmer at American Airlines, right? Before taking over Pegasus. What was that like? And then transitioning into Pegasus?
So yeah, I studied computer engineering in college.
Okay.
And then went that route, full tech. I was completely wanting to be immersed in that.
Yeah.
Not out of passion, really. I did enjoy it and I was good at it.
Yeah.
But I did it mostly because coming from like Oak Cliff, being Hispanic, from parents that are very working class, it was like the way to the American dream.
Sure.
It was very financially sustainable. And it was faster than becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, so it was either that or doctor.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
I did not want to continue school for
Medical,
that much longer.
Yeah. What is it?
Medicine's like
you hit organic chemistry and it's like
oh,
it's
Yeah.
over.
destroyed me.
Yeah.
I like ended my medical dreams
Yeah,
right there in
so
my
mine
sophomore
too.
year.
I was pre-med when I went into college,
Same.
and then I was like, and I was so sure I was not going to be the one to like pivot.
Yeah.
Because like you hear about everybody doing that, I'm like, that's not going to be me.
Yep.
But then a semester in, I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
I just know my limits and this is it.
Yeah.
It's truly humbling, like when you reach a limit like that, because some people are just thriving when they get to that, and it can be a
Y'all
full
were not
stop.
thriving.
Like
Yeah.
this is not for me, and it makes it very clear. But yeah, I also was hoping to do the pre-med thing. Our mom was a doctor.
Oh, really?
Our grandpa was a doctor. Doug didn't become one.
Nope.
My
Nope.
sister didn't. So I was like, I got to carry the torch.
You felt the extra pressure.
I just full scale went to rhetoric instead after OChem. So
Yeah, sorry. No doctors in the family.
Nope.
Just
Sorry,
a bunch
Mom.
of liberal arts minded.
Yeah.
But okay, so after the pre-med thing,
Computer
kind
engineering.
of switched into computer engineering.
Yeah. I was really good at math, so I was like,
Good.
let's do that.
Nice.
And then I went into American Airlines. Thankfully, I was able to come back home to Dallas because
Yeah.
my whole family's here. And then did that for 6 years, but did development, data analyst, data engineer, all that good stuff.
Yep.
But at the end of that, my 7-year time, I had like a lot of stuff happening in my life at the last year.
Yeah.
I'd lost like several people in my life.
Yeah.
A really significant relationship, a nephew, my grandfather, and then my best friend, one of my really good friends, in 1 year.
Oh my goodness.
So kind of just like switched my reality upside down, made me really think about what reality I wanted to live in. And then I had found art in that whole grief process.
Yeah.
And so
I heard some of that in the
Little
Joy is
Joy.
the Joy is my middle name
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
You kind of touched on that. And it led you to art. Like how? What tell us more of that story.
like about the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just the grief going into that a little bit.
I mean, yeah, when you get hit like that, I mean, even once, like, right, I, even in the relationship, I ended the 9-year, or even one of the deaths of anybody, like grief is such a hard thing to deal with.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about it. We don't talk about how to handle it.
Yeah,
we
it's
just
true.
like,
It's like usually not really spoken about.
Yeah.
at
But
all.
everybody goes through it
Yeah.
on some level.
At some point in your life, you're
Right.
going to go through it.
Right.
And you know, it's like you go through the funeral and then that's it.
Yeah.
You don't do any kind of
Yeah.
processing. You don't
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
But you're going through all these emotions. And so I had those 3 significant ones back to back. And I was kind of really at a point where, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. And art, well, I had gotten COVID from one of the funerals, and I think you might have heard that in the interview,
Yes,
but
yeah.
I hadn't really, like, I had to isolate myself.
Yeah.
I had nothing
Yeah.
else to do, but I
Yeah.
had this, and like before I'd done some acrylic painting and played around
Yeah,
here and there.
yeah.
I didn't have any paints and I couldn't go anywhere to get any. So I had these Prismacolor pencils and I started drawing, and my sister, the one who lost the baby, she was really pivotal in telling me like, you could either be bitter or better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to go through it in order to get through it.
Yeah. It's
and
not like
so-
something you just brush off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
kind of took that as like a challenge. I was like, all right, I have this bereavement time. I have this COVID time.
Right.
I'm just going to immerse myself in it. And I had their pictures next to me. I had some sad music. I was like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like everything. I had my
No.
art in front of me,
yeah.
and I just delve in.
Wow.
And the first piece that came out, my heart, or mi corazón is what it's called. I put it all out there, and then that got picked up by the Bathhouse Cultural Center,
Yeah,
Mi Corazón
good.
exhibition.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
Awesome.
So like it was kind of just really cool. I was like, whoa, this is something, a new joy that I love.
Yep.
I want to do this all the
Something I
time.
can, something I can do
Yeah.
throughout this process. Fascinating.
Yeah,
And
and
for
it-
it to be picked up like
Yeah.
that, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, that's got to be kind of a cool feeling. right
Yeah,
out of the
actually,
gate.
I'm like, wait, I have some talent I had
Yeah.
never known I had before.
That's
like,
cool.
and it took this grief to kind of
Yeah.
put me there. And
We were just talking with another person, Lindsay from Beatnik, and how some of her grief too was just kind of like pushed her to think of maybe the balance between work and life different. But like grief kind of it's not always positive, but like there are things that can be positive out of some of that stuff, and you kind of sit with it or live with it a little bit. And I agree with you. People do kind of in this culture. And I will separate Oak Cliff and Dallas, maybe just like how they think about it. But like Dallas is, new, shiny, always like Oak Cliff's got a little bit of this where it's like, oh, we could talk about grief, or we could talk about some of this real stuff or things that are not perfect. And so I'm glad you're open to sharing about some of that too.
That led to this. Like very real, right? Like very. Well, I mean, we're just real. We want to live as real as possible. So I agree with that.
Yeah. There's something that attracts people that way, and they feel freedom to kind of be that way. But
so that kind of when I went back to work for a couple months after that
at American Airlines. Okay.
And my whole reality was upside down. It was nothing to what it was before, right? I go in there and they're asking us to come in more days than none. I'm like, oh man, here's this part of me where I've learned that taking care of my emotions and processing all this thing actually helps and can bring me joy that I have never felt before. Yeah. And being in an environment, I love American Airlines, but being in a corporate environment that does not allow you to really do that, nor even build connections with people on a deeper level. And it was just hard. It was just hard to go back to that. And so I left with no plan. I mean, I prayed on it. I have a huge faith that's grown from the grief.
Oh, it's awesome.
And prayed on it. And God was like, leave. Yeah. And I had no plan, literally had no plan. Yeah. And then, but I knew I wanted to do art. I knew I wanted to do something.
You're drawn to this. Yeah. You're like, something's right about this.
I found this. How many other people have this hidden in them? How many people are... Like, is there's this huge talent or creativity, but we've been suppressing it because it's not financially sustainable, or it's just not pushed on us or encouraged in our society because of that. And so I'm like, how I need to do something where I need to put art in front of people.
Yeah. And you want to encourage that in people. Yeah. I found this through a kind of a hard path, but also I didn't know I had it. You might have it too. Like that, that mentality is cool.
Pegasus feels so perfect for this.
Yeah.
So like you got to connect us, like how you connected with the founders and then eventually took this over. Like what's the story there?
So then a week after I left my job, my brother-in-law's good friends, which is Ernie and Dorothy. So I've known about them. I've known them for a minute now. They announced to their close friends that they wanted to move to Mexico, right? And they wanted to do it fast, and they were looking for someone to buy the company. Wow. And so I had visited a couple times before, and we had chatted about me leaving my job and not being happy there, and because I was in art, right? So I wanted to come and get some stuff. And so we were just like, this is divinely aligned. We can't make this any more perfect. Even if we tried to plan this. Yeah. And so we had dinner that night, and I was like, they're like, when do you want to start? And I was like, I will take it tomorrow. I will have the keys tomorrow, and we'll go for it, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
And that was in December. Yeah. And because for me, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Exactly what is the next stepping stone for myself. So.
And like, you didn't know that when you were leaving
I didn't.
American Airlines. It's just like, it was there, but you hadn't seen it yet.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
And, but I didn't know that I was like, if I left myself this freedom, leaving without any, or just leaving in general, I could take any opportunity that was like in front of me. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
So tell us, like, Pegasus, for those who don't know, and what you kind of acquired, but then also like work with now. It's kind of like fill the bag, pay what you want. Like, how do you describe it to people?
Okay, so our regular spiel that you'll get whenever you come into the store is it's a secondhand art supply shop. Yeah. And the way we operate is on this pay what you want model. Yeah. Because we're trying to make it more accessible and affordable and sustainable. Yeah. That's our model. That's the what would you call it? I guess mission was actually passed on from Dorothy and Ernie.
Yeah,
that's what their mission was.
Cool. They want to get this out to people. Yeah.
And so really you can come in and get whatever you want and pay what you want. And so it's all donated art supplies. It really, it's given to us, so we're wanting to just put it back out. Yeah. And so,
that's incredible. I mean, that is like such a radical, in some ways, idea.
I love it.
Like it's so, for that reason. But it's so, but it seems to like people latch onto it, and
it
they're
works.
like,
It works.
It
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
It does. It
so
does.
much so that people are asking you like, how do you do it? And
Yeah.
like, yeah. We were catching up the other day at the brewery about that. And you're like, people are asking me like, how does this work? How does this happen? Like,
yeah, you know, the way I think about it, and as soon as when I took it on, because wasn't a pay what you want model. The way I acquired it, it was price itemized, and then it had like multiple different bags of sizes, and then they priced that. And I can tell you more about how it transitioned to that. But to me, at the beginning, I was just me, so I didn't have time to itemize everything. So pay what you want worked, and
it was like it's even
almost out of necessity.
It's a logistic nature. Yeah.
I was like, we'll just do it like that and see how it goes, and then it just like grew from there. So I was like, let's keep it that way. But it does. It works because, you know, it's popular. People love it.
Yeah.
People want that.
Yeah.
And then the way I think about it, it's like, I don't have a lot of business experience, but I imagined it as a restaurant, right? And if a restaurant can turn over as many people, that's the joy, right? As many people as you can, and it's like $20 a plate or whatever.
Yeah.
We could do the same thing, but our overhead is not that much, right? We're getting donated, so it's like, so let's try to get as much as we can, get people.
So it's like, hey, by just making it simple, so simple, anybody can walk in and just start grabbing, shopping, and they pay what they want. The number of people increases. It's like just more foot traffic, attraction to that. That's so smart. Yeah.
So
that makes so much sense.
What kind of items are in the store? Like what? I'm sure you have everything being donated to you, but what is that? Yeah.
So we get everything from like, you know, the things that you normally think about: art supplies, paints, brushes, color pencils, crayons, markers. We get fabrics. We get a lot of fabrics, which is really popular because, you know, Joann's went down, or, you know, it's no longer with us. And,
bye Joann's.
R.I.P. See ya.
Joann's. But
R.I.P. Joann.
But we get a lot of fabrics. We get yarn. We get threads. We get books, art supply books. We get quilting books. All these different types of things. We get different kinds of woods. We've even gotten like some camera equipment.
Wow.
So I really tried to accept any kind of art supply, any kind of art medium. That's awesome. And we'll get like a acrylic like sheets or glass sheets, ceramic things. We get so many cute little like treasures too that people bring with their items, and
cool.
So really just like anything and everything that I feel anybody who wants to create something cool with, like we have it there for you. So we really try to be as limitless as possible with what we have in our store and like what we offer.
It's amazing.
Seems like the ultimate arts and crafts kind of like spot. It's like, hey, just go get inspiration by what's there.
Exactly.
Kind of
Gosh,
thing.
I remember. I think we've talked about it before, but when we were kids, you probably remember this.
Oh yeah.
There was you probably remember better than I do because you're older. But there was like an art night that we
For
would
those
go.
who are wondering.
Significantly.
Just a little
All right.
There was an art night that we went to in East Dallas, right?
Oh yeah. It was like a old school or church or something, but I remember doing like art camp week there, and like you could go and get different stuff.
Well, what I loved about it was we would go and arrive, and there would just be all this stuff that you could just grab and use and create anything. And it was like probably the most creative moment of my childhood.
It was freeing.
It was so freeing.
It was just so freeing.
So exciting. It's like no other experience like it when we were kids.
Yeah.
And I imagine Pegasus can inspire that level of feeling too.
Yeah. And that's my goal.
Cool.
It's really, I mean, I say it often, as limitless as possible, because I think when it comes to art or just ourselves in general, like with our self-criticism, with our self-doubt, with just all these different rules that society has, you think that art has to be some specific way, but really it's just like whatever you want it to be.
It doesn't have to be an impressionist painting or an orchestra.
Exactly. Like, it could be like a couple of blocks together with some fabric or what have you, right? With some jewels or anything. And so I love that you have an experience like that, because that's what we try to do. My goal and my job is to just put materials in front of you and see where your creative mind wants to go.
That's awesome.
And it's fun, it's empowering, it's freeing, it's all that good stuff.
I think I hear the empowering side of it a lot too. There's a friend of mine, Ariel Saldivar. She used to run the Dallas Contemporary for a little while, and she would talk about, she grew up with like not much, and it was like, I got some art supplies, just a little bit of things, and we did so much with it. Like, and it wasn't a lot, like, but it was like something that just completely lifted her mind, her like creativity. And like, it doesn't take a lot to like open that up. And so I think that's exciting to think of, like, oh, all the kids and adults and people coming through the shop, what kind of impact that might give to people. So
I really love that part of it too, because it's like I think there's definitely more impact happening than just like coming into the store. It's like it's passing on this joy and this a sense of empowerment that, you know, who knows, you may not be able to get it anywhere else, or some folks may not be able to have access to that anywhere else.
Yeah.
So doing that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, so when you transition from itemized items and bags to just like get a bag, pay what you want, it had to be a little scary.
That's mind blowing to me.
Well, I imagine like that's a leap of faith too, because like who knows what's on the other side of that? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Everyone just takes everything and gives a little bit.
Right?
Like, I don't know. Like,
honestly,
and it happens.
Yeah,
it is
totally.
difficult. There's definitely some difficulties there.
So tell us about like that transition, you know, as a model, and then maybe the highs and lows of it. Like how's it work?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I mean, it was itemized and that, and then like it was out of necessity. It was just me. And there was this,
I'm getting so much stuff, or
so much stuff,
okay.
and the store was already full. They had already accumulated so many items, and it would have taken me a month or a week to like itemize everything. And, and at this point, I have no job, and I gave myself a month to figure out what I needed to do to make my bills up. So I was like, you know, let's give this a shot, and let's go hard with it. And let's see how it goes. It started off as a weekend first, and then it was like a late Black Friday sale that they were doing that had done before. Okay. And then I was like, I can't like spend a week itemizing everything. Let's do the week. And then I was like, let's just do all of December. And then I mean, I was able to make my bills and my rent and all that stuff. So I was like okay,
your first month,
first month in, and I was like,
great
okay, cool.
Feeling.
We'll keep it. We're in the green. Let's keep going.
That's awesome.
And so I mean, it was very scary because like I mean, as a business owner, and like you guys know this, I mean, you want to make profit, you want to make money, you want the company to be healthy,
exactly.
You want it to be sustainable, and so I saw that we were, and I was like, let's just keep going. It definitely comes with its cons, and pros and cons. It's great in that every dollar that we make is profit. Right? Yeah, it's because of the donated thing, and that's great. And I love that, and I'm not shy to say that. I mean, it is what it is. It's how it is.
It's transparent.
It
it's great.
And so I try really hard to not be attached to the items that come in, because we'll get items that are like expensive, and everyone tells us, man, people are going to try to lowball you for this. And, you know, and it's the $2,000 price thing, whatever. Right.
Whoa.
But then I go back to my personal mission. I was like, people who don't necessarily have the access to this and don't have $2,000 to spend, they're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
And so they can here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But you do get folks that like will get 3 or 4 or 5 bags full of some really, really good things, and in the back of your mind, you know, like each item is at least $20.
Oh yeah.
And they'll pay like $5.
Yeah.
Or they'll pay like 10 cents. Yeah. And it is so hard to like, it eats at you.
Sure.
But you have to like just eat it. You have to just take it.
10 cents I didn't have.
You're right. Right. And so, you know, it's funny because that's some of the things that I like as a business owner, as the one like operating this thing, I have to think about, you know, do we set boundaries? Do we set policies? Where do we set a minimum? But if we set a minimum, is it still going to be pay what you want? Like, is it still going to have that feel?
Right.
But I always go back, like in my faith, you know, the more generous you are, the more you get. Right. And I'm almost overcorrecting this with this business, right, from corporate, of like being as generous as I can be, making it to where generosity will win the game. Like, it'll show people that the more generous you are, you can actually be very profitable and run a really good business.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
There's something appealing about the idea of like, if you're going to make an error, like err on the side of generosity rather than stinginess or something else. Like,
exactly.
oh, I was too generous. It's like, that's not the worst thing to be.
Well, it is challenging to me because I've got a fairly low anthropology on people, where it's like
Doug doesn't hate people, but he just has a low expectation of people.
How bad I can be sometimes. Exactly. So like,
same.
There's another shop in New Mexico, actually. It's like a ceramics place, and they had like a mind-blowing model to me where it was just the store is just open and you just pick whichever ceramics you want and you leave some cash out in the bowl, and
it feels so free.
It is nuts. Yeah. Like we went and got some mugs and stuff or whatever, and I was just like, this is against the rules. Like I was like, this is illegal. Yeah, this is will someone just come in and break all the ceramics? Like, will someone it was unmanned. It was crazy.
Oh,
like
gosh.
Yeah, it's but it works. And they it's those kind of like models are kind of like drawing sometimes.
Well, I'm sure you like you said, it's not easy, especially when you're sitting there and you're watching. You're like, oh, that is a tough loss for us. Also, I am fulfilling the mission that I like set out to do. So special. Well, I know that's really interesting to me.
I mean, I think it's got to be so fun seeing what donations come in too.
Oh yeah.
Like, tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'll say one thing before that. I mean, you definitely get to see the full spectrum of like what people and how generous people are. Totally. I will say that about like 80 to like 90% of people are very generous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's those ones that take advantage that feel really hard.
Yeah, like you remember those a little more. But then it's like probably got to be encouraging that most people are just not taking advantage of the system.
Yeah. Cool. And they believe in the whole thing, right?
Yeah, you attract that type of person too.
Yes. But the donation side, I mean, we get so many. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So you get so many donations.
So many cool art things. I mean, as an artist myself, you see these things coming in and you get inspired literally by everything that comes through.
That's awesome.
Whether it's like by the actual item or by the color or by what other people created with this. You just definitely get to see like the community's creativity and it expands your mind as an artist. Yeah. For me, it has for sure. And so, and just things that I have not ever seen before. I mean, I didn't, my parents were artists, but they also suppressed it because they had to go work and become financially sustainable or just like financially stable.
Yeah.
But things that I had never seen before that I got to experience and experiment with, and it's just to do that is liberating. So it is really cool to see what we get in.
What are some of the like wildest things or like things that
unexpected sorts of things that might have popped through the door?
That you're like, what is this thing? This is crazy. Like, does anything come to mind? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we've had some teeth molding come in, like actual, like they look like teeth, and it was like a bucket full of them. That was weird. But
that is
again,
weird, but also like
kind of interesting. Also really cool, right?
Yeah. Like,
really cool.
Someone's going to figure out what to do with that.
And they did. Someone, an artist that came in, grabbed them and she like bedazzled the teeth and kind of made them look really cool. And it was just awesome.
So interesting.
I mean, we also get like we got a horsehair yarn once. It was like a bunch of yarn that was literally horsehair.
Yeah. Fascinating.
We've gotten different like mannequin heads. We also just get like random things that you don't know what people would create with. Like we had this huge load of Dunkin' Donuts coffee mugs. Yeah, they're very particular. They're orange. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like this orange container. And we got like 30 of them. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Who's going to want them? And luckily an artist, and they were sitting there, luckily an artist who was putting on this like sustainable art show. Okay. She grabbed them and she made these really cool like cactus things and put them in her show.
Of course.
But just random things that come through.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is so fun.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. No, that's such a cool idea. I'm sure it's fun to just get to know people that love the shop and like are always like, oh, I wonder what's new or what I can go search through.
Well, Amy, that is wild. Teeth moldings to Dunkin' Donut cones, all that's just crazy. Yeah. Where do like donations come from? Is it from individuals or is it businesses, or is it all over? Like, what are you seeing?
All of the above.
Okay.
Individuals who definitely have accumulated so much.
Yeah.
As artists, we love to have new hobbies every 6 months or 3 months, whatever.
Yeah,
You
fair.
pack it out.
Yeah.
And, you're like, yeah.
And you go spend all this money
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
do this one hobby, and then you don't have time. And so those folks definitely come and bring their things in because, they want to restart or clean up some space. Companies, definitely businesses, corporations will drop off their items. A lot of art businesses have definitely done that for us too. People who have passed away.
Yeah.
We get a lot of those too. Artists who have passed away and their family members learned about us, and they give us this whole large donation of items that they've accumulated their whole life, right? We've gotten one that was just really, really, really awesome. She had 2 craft rooms. She had a full flower room and then a full craft room, and everything came to us. It sucked us for sucked us for a while. But those people come in, and it's actually really awesome handling those because we get to pass on their legacy, right?
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
And then folks who can't use their hands anymore, they have stuff too. Just a bunch. I mean, we live in a world where there's excess of everything.
Yeah.
There's just so much
to
go around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's an inspiring business, and it almost feels nonprofity or community, but like the business side of it, it's inspiring because it's like, hey, instead of trashing this stuff, like use it. And then there's a whole nother life to it. Or like you said, like someone's life ends or this happens, and it's like, well, that's fine. Like there's more stuff, people can use this more and more. And so I love that you're kind of showing a way for people with this thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's like you hit the nail on the head. We just have so much. We're such a consumption culture that like you're taking things that can be used again and making them available. I think about Sky King when we were in college today, a Project Consume, I think it was what he called it. But it was kind of gross. He kept everything that he had consumed in the course of a month in his dorm room.
Dude, that's wild.
Just to kind of like, just sort of like
to showcase what, like, hey, I had Cheeto
here's
bags.
how many.
I had this thing.
Yeah, just to like kind of work through that on his own a little bit of like, this is how much, and it is kind of an alarming thing, but
it'd be a lot of Taco Deli wrappers. For me.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
Taco Deli.
It's cool.
I do like Taco
Oh,
Deli.
same.
Y'all.
Favorite.
Come on.
But so as I guess like Pegasus has gotten more attention, because I feel like there's been I don't know, have you seen like moments where it's gotten a lot of attention? Okay. Tell us about how that kind of has gone.
That was it's been fun. It's been fun to see. I think immediately December was when I started, and then January we had a huge wave, and then February we got some press that just really took us, skyrocketed us. Axios Dallas had an interview with us.
Axios.
Man, that took us on a whole other level. And we had weekends where we were seeing like over 200, 300 people.
Jeez.
And it was packed in our store. Yeah. And
that's wild.
It was. And I mean, we're still writing all that. And so we're very grateful to them. And then after that, I mean, we haven't done much of marketing other than me just posting like authentically on my page.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing on there, but I'm putting it
None
out.
of us do. It's fine.
But people, like influencers will come and will hear about us, and then they'll make their TikTok videos, and then it blows up again. And then we'll have weekends again where we're seeing like almost up to like 300 people a weekend, and it's really great. So it is
cool.
That's crazy.
And so just very thankful and blessed that that's happened.
Yeah.
And but it's been fun. Been fun figuring out those challenges too, especially at such a baby of an entrepreneur myself. How do we make sure that we keep a business sustaining, going, and people happy still, and keeping all the flow going.
Tell us about some of the business side, because jumping in from corporate world to like true small business, what have you learned? What has that been like?
I mean, I've learned a lot because everything is new, right? Everything is absolutely new. I think the most things I've learned is about myself and my true potential. And I think most entrepreneurs do feel that, right? You learn, you're really working with yourself. There's no more deadlines. There's nobody holding you accountable but yourself.
Right. If I don't do this, then no one is.
Yeah. And so for me, it's been a lot of like just personal development and working on that. And I'll be transparent. I mean, a lot of it for me has been like, I know I'm very confident. I know I can do it. I'm great at what I'm doing. And I have like, I'm just pretty confident, but there's also self-doubt, you know, and self-doubt happens a lot. You know, fighting those things that I can do this, it's possible. Like, you know, it's you know, having the courage to do it and then making those decisions, especially also now a year in, there is pressure too that like, you know, any move you make matters more than it did before because now you have a business riding on you. You have a team that's riding on you.
You've built it up more and more. Who were we talking about the other day?
So,
it was with Tyler.
Yeah, I was going to say,
he
it's
was
like that same feeling.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if you call it imposter syndrome or whatever it is, but it's like
similar,
this idea. Tyler
Tyler
at
was
Oak Cliff
like,
Bread, who's literally like, they're going gangbusters here.
Like one of the best bakeries in Dallas. And he was like,
I don't know if people are going to come tomorrow.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to bake all this. And I'm like, I hope someone walks through that door. And I'm like, dude.
Tyler, how can you say that? You're like, of course people are coming. But also, I think that's just part of the journey of being an entrepreneur is like, maybe even further and more successful you get in that, the more you feel that feeling of like, am I actually good at this? Am I like, is this something I should be doing? And
will there be any Wax-Based members tomorrow?
You know, you just you never know. You don't know if you're making a mistake or if it's the right thing until much later. So there's a lot of jumping for leap of faith. So I think that answers your question of what I learned the most. That for sure. And then, I mean, just the logistics, right? All the things.
You're running this thing.
You build an LLC and you don't know anything. They don't give you a handbook of like, here's how you run a business and here's everything that's like.
I wish they did.
I know,
so
right?
much easier.
It'd be so much easier. And so
business school, guys. I'm
that's
just kidding.
true.
I know.
If you want to go in the corporate world, you can go to business school.
But I take a lot. I take a lot of things from like I learned a lot in corporate, right? I learned a lot of how big corporations run, their culture, their structure.
Yeah, you have expertise in
that. I mean, I've observed it all.
But the entrepreneur life is a little bit different where you're just like, just going to figure it out and teach ourselves. I'll chat GPT this and try to understand it.
100%. What is it about, because you spend some time in the corporate world, what is it about the corporate world that can discourage some of those feelings or like can cause us to suppress some of that? I don't know if what you would call it, like our entrepreneurial spirit or even like your creativity. Because I feel like not all corporations are like, not corporate world's great for some people. Obviously important, essential, but like there is something about that world that I've heard time and time again can be, I don't want to say soul sucking.
No,
it has this like,
and I have definitely refrained from saying all of this just because I am very grateful for the time I had in corporate. I never wanted to.
We all want to fly American Airlines again, or no one hates American Airlines.
No, I loved it. I loved it for the benefits.
I'm sure.
And that my friends there are incredible too. So the thing about corporate, I think it was there's two things that came into mind as you were asking that. One is that I felt personally, and this may not be everybody, but I personally felt like my potential, yes, they may have seen some level of potential, but it was being capped at what my manager thought it was, or my leaders thought it was, right? And that's whether it's happened subconsciously or consciously, but you are now limited in what you can do and how you can do it. The projects that they give you.
Right.
You're in some sort of bureaucracy or something that is like, hey, it's potentially limiting.
It is. Yeah.
It's really interesting. Yeah.
And so in my time there, I mean, it's just me wanting to make a big change in this large corporation. There was times where I'd have a project and I'd be providing data-driven solutions, and yet you put it up against the finance executive group, and it's like, no, we're not going to do that because we actually just need to keep saving money and doing money, and I'm like, okay, but you asked me to come up with things for change, and I'm doing it. This is what you wanted, and yet you're not willing to make the change.
And finance.
So.
Lame. No. Cut. That's all it's about.
All right.
So there's that, right? There's that, and
it's for the last few years.
and then I'll take it back to like, I think the community part. I felt like, especially post COVID or even during COVID, when we went back and we went home, doing Teams meetings, and then I went back to the office. we were still doing team meetings. And now I'm just at the office just because. I'm just
You're like,
hanging there
why?
just to be there.
Why?
Yeah.
I could see that being super weird. During, especially COVID time frame.
And so I felt I just was lacking connection. I was lacking people. I'm social. That's like my natural skill.
Yeah.
It's just social butterfly here. And so, I that's what was lacking for me. And then, and so I sat down in front of my computer one day and I was like, I have so much more potential to give.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm making this great salary, which, you know, was hard to leave, but
sure. Oh yeah.
But I was like, but if I'm making this much and I'm haven't tapped into my full potential yet, imagine if I did. Imagine if I actually gave myself the chance to like see what I can do. I'd probably be making way more money than I'm making now.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's try it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's a big decision to make, though.
Big
too.
leap.
Yeah,
Big leap.
because it's one thing to say it, and another thing to go do it. And you've been doing it. That's cool.
Well, Amy, this has been awesome. I'm thinking of a few more things with Pegasus because I feel like I think people have an understanding of the shop now too, but like some of the examples, I know we talked about these a little bit at the brewery the other day, but like, what are some of those success stories of like people coming in and being inspired by a product or something that's on the shelf that has just kind of like been inspiring to you, I think, and seen?
Yeah. Okay. So the one story or a few stories.
Go for it.
Let's see. Or maybe just the main one. There was a day that I had a few meetings, but I wasn't at the store, but my dad was. And he's like, hey, did you know that there was like this school that was coming in to come visit? They say that they talked to you, the teacher talked to you or something like that. And I was like, no, but I'm on my way. I'll go hang out with them. Yeah. It was a high school from Mesquite that came by and visited with a fashion class. Like there was a class of students, but they were all in fashion school. And so they're like 15, 16, 17-year-olds, right? Mm-hmm. And they're looking around, and the teacher was just wanting to show them the resources that they had. Yeah. And this one kid, a guy, I don't remember his name, but he looked pretty young, super excited about some of the things that he saw there. He saw a serger. And I don't know if you guys know, but sergers are like $600 to $800.
This is the story you're sharing. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. The serger. Okay.
And he was so excited to see this thing. And he was like, how much is this? I didn't have the price on it. So he was like, how much is this? And I was like, well, how much money do you have? He's like, well, I don't really have money. I have like $10. And I'm like, you know what? Go for it. Like, I don't even care. If this is going to change, like, or hopefully like
inspire
you or just change the trajectory of your life to like go for something that you want to go for fashion.
Yeah.
Like, go for it.
That's cool.
Take it. I don't even care. Yeah, give me the $10 though.
Yeah, I'll take the 10. Yeah,
I'll take the 10.
But go for it. And
how cool.
And it's that moment, like, to a kid who, just also seeing like a male, like a boy being interested in something that you don't typically see.
Yeah.
Right. Be so excited about this machine.
He knew exactly what it was. He wanted it. Yeah.
And I mean, the joy on his face afterwards, just really like, oh my God, it was amazing.
That's so cool. Just pure gift for him.
Yeah.
And had no clue that was coming.
Awesome.
That's
and
amazing.
So that happened a lot in that class. I was like, here you go. Here's like everything. Like, I mean, yes, I would have loved to have made some money on that, but it doesn't matter. It's like, if I know that it's going to go somewhere great and you're going to be using it, beautiful.
That's awesome, man. I feel like
Incredible.
Amy's the gift giver. It's like that's kind of fun.
Thank you. It is.
That's got to be an
yeah,
awesome like spot to be in a little bit.
It's fulfilling.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Well, Amy, we could talk for hours. I feel like, but this has been just a fun time. Where can people learn more about Pegasus? Follow along with the story. Where should they go?
The best place is going to be on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. That is going to be where I put all my information in there, or all of our information, any classes, any events, donations that come in. Instagram, Pegasus Reuse.
Pegasus
we didn't even
Reuse,
talk about events. So maybe, I don't know if we could plug the event side of Pegasus for a second too. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. So we do events all over Dallas. We partner with many different businesses. Okay. And it's going to be primarily like how you express like the experience that you had when you were a kid. It's just us providing materials in front of you, right? And having fun, taking time to create. We also have sewing classes.
Oh, cool.
Which is really great. We partner with Little Sister Sewing, and she is phenomenal at teaching you the mechanics of your machinery, all that good stuff. So we try to tailor our classes to help you feel less intimidated by your hobby.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I'd encourage anyone too. Like, I know Kelsey would bring the kids down sometimes, and it's just like, just go in there. And you like you said, you don't know what's in the shop. You just get a bag, get some stuff, and like people should go visit this place and see it. So it's special. I'm glad you're in Tyler Station and Oak Cliff. Yeah.
Keep it up. Thanks for coming on the show, too.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Hidden City. We hope you discovered something about Oak Cliff that you didn't know. If you enjoyed the show, I hope you subscribe to it on YouTube and then follow us on any of the podcasting platforms. Also, if you enjoyed it, please share with a friend. And thanks so much for tuning in.